Alright, howdy doody. Welcome to another episode here, Super Duper South. Heading to the sawyer's cab. My pop's Tommy of the Talk-A-Lots. He does most of the sawing around here, but he likes to prop his feet up about 11 o'clock. So I usually go in about 11, 10:30. Do some sawing until lunchtime. You know, it's good rhythm, keeps me in the mode of it, makes sure I continue to do it. And if he ever gets tired of the seat, you know, big little Tom here can jump in the old seat. So we're heading to the carriage now. Can't do a whole lot of talking while I'm sawing, but more or less can give y'all some insight if you're interested in it, to see what it's like in there. A lot of footwork, a lot of hand work. Most favorite thing about it is I'm about too broke to race. What does it have to do with racing? I'm about to tell you. Too broke to do it. When I do get to do it, it's like once every few months, your family and all that, whatever. I got 100 excuses. So this really does help my hand-eye coordination. You got a lot going on, a lot of buttons you got to press, a lot of things you got to watch, make sure you ain't tearing nothing up, making sure that you're not overloading your resaw man or whatever, your edger man, whatever. There's a lot going on, so it really does help my hand-eye coordination, and it keeps me in the rhythm of it. And one thing about it, the best thing about it, if I ever get my hands in this place, I'll never be under the hand of another sawyer. If I need to saw, Big Tom can go saw, so we're here. Before we get in the saw, just explain kind of what we're cutting today. Right now the market is loving 8 baits. We're gonna cut a bunch of 8 baits. Need some 10 by 10 20s if we get large, big enough. Cut a lot of 2-sided 6, a lot of 2-sided 4s. Those are going to 6 by 6s, 3 by 6s, 4 by 4s, plus all the boards that come off of it and go to my edger. So let's get to it. About the weakness of strength, the sawmill knowledge. There's all my set works right ahead. There's the screen I'll look at to go off my sizes. Not a linear carriage, so I have to move around my first block and my back 3 blocks. This is where I want to make some double 3 by 6s out of this. Enter 3, 3. Send that to the gang, he'll make a 6 by 6 out of that. 8 bait log here. Maybe an 8 bait, we'll see. Be a close one if it's 8 bait. Enter 8. See, that sets my set work up there. Little live edge ain't never hurting everybody. By the time it goes to the planer, it'll be out of there. Adjust my... wrong way. That just adjusts the saw a little bit. It's cutting a little wide on me, so push my guide in and get it where I want it. Pop up for my gang. All my 8 baits and big timber go out the back of the mill, so I got little gates down the line that let me do all that. Now let's get in a rhythm here. Let's get some speed going. Little red heart in the center, we're gonna send that for a 6x6. See that red in the end of the log? I bet there's red in the end of this next log too, because that's the tail side of it. So that means that red heart goes all the way through that tree. Cannot cut 3x6s out of that. So that'll make straight 6x6s boxing off the red heart. Makes it a number 2 6x6. No optimizers in this carriage. Sawyer reads the log. True sawmilling. Ain't no computer telling me what the hell to cut. Good old 4x4, maybe a 4x6. Gang operator's choice. We'll make a 4-inch can out of it. This could be a 10x10 log, but they're not selling right now. 16s only need 20-foot 10x10, so we're gonna go make it 8x8. Go and get a 1-inch slab off of it too. Cut a 1-inch slab, which my little edger will turn that into a 1x8. Those are selling really good right now on all lengths. So that's my resaw over there. And the edger's right past it. Send that to the edger. Put that pop-up down for the big timber. Come on, baby. Really a pretty poor log right there. This one, you see the star in it. That's a little bit of wind shake all throughout that log, so we're going to box that off to an 8x8. The goal is not to expose that wind shake. We'll leave it locked up in the center, or that red heart. Still not cutting the way I want it. Nice, that laser's right on the cuts. That means we're in the ballpark now. Once I get my scrag in, it's going to take up all these little logs I'm two-siding. Those won't even come to the carriage no more. I'll get nothing but big timber once that scrag's in. Make 6x6 20. I was thinking 3x6s, but looking at the knots, we'll make that a 6x6. Send it to the game. Each one of them slabs goes through what you call a horizontal resaw circle, not a band. Pretty old piece of equipment, and you'll just cut the edge off that into like a 1x4 or 1-inch can, or a 2-inch can, or even up to a 4, and then they'll go through the edger and board it out. Really a pretty nice piece of machinery, but it takes a hell of a man to run it. Hell of a man. Look at that old fucker over there. Getting her done too, been here for probably 50 years. Young cats can't handle it, he can though. You always want to take care of your resaw, man. Never want to overload them. Pretty important key to this sawmill. What I mean by that, not send them too big of a slab, not overload them. You know, you got to board some yourself. That's just what you got to do. You can't work one man to death and expect them to do it all. Get all your production for you out of one basket. Get the curve out of that, make it a 4. We'll try 6. too curved for an 8x8. Big enough, but just all the curve in it, not have too much live edge. It's red hearted in the center, so we're gonna send that to gang, get a 6x6 out of that. Box that baby out. Have a good number 2 6x6 20. Almost all these logs will go to the scrag. And I can't wait to get that thing in. That thing right there is going to be saving grace, especially through this slight recession we seem to be in. Never build on your mill when the lumber market's booming, people. It's the easy way to go broke. Only work on your mill when the lumber market's busted. Right now, let's bust it. See, my debarker man, he should have caught this and cut that in 2 separate boards. As crooked as that thing is, cut just a little bit more out of it. Crooked thing. This thing I'm pressing here, that's my set works screen. That's how far the deal is from the head block to where the saw is. This carriage came with a dial on it, and this more or less just a faster way, instead of having to read that dial up there, which you can barely see it, so much sap covering it now. Which is the old style. I mean, this has been around since the 70s, I bet. Everybody now has got computers that will scan that log and tell you exactly what to cut. I don't like them because they're about $500,000. And I personally think I'm faster than that dadgum computer. I'm sure others would tell me different, but you know, that thing ain't reading inside that log. Woo! Hit a little hard. A little too deep in the paint. You get that on them big jobs. Come on. Still not going to be able to get what I want out of that. Show you something. See the front of that log, how it's got that star right in the center of it. I can tell that log's got wind shake all the way through because here's the tail side of that log. Now as you can see there's a star on it, so that means that thing's running all the way through that log. I'm currently on the carriage. So I know that's a busted up log without even having to see the back of it. So going. Look at that wind shake. See that stuff, that sap coming out of there? Log is garbage. About the only thing we can do this, make it a coal 6x6. That's exactly what we're going to do. And it's busted all the way through. That's all she wrote. Well, that's it for sawing. Lunchtime, so we're gonna go take a lunch, which means go in the shop and tinker, more or less. Appreciate you guys dropping by, checking out this episode of Super Duper South. As always, God bless your partners. If you're a returning subscriber, if you're not, hit the button. That's all it is, just a little button, you go, doot, just press and hey, you're subscribed. And God bless you too, pal. Actually, out here, I'm going to tell y'all where all these 8 baits I've been cutting. This is where they come to. Out the back of the mill. At lunch break, fellers earn them a little bit of overtime and stack them all up by hand, because you know what? That's how we do it around here. Everything's by hand, manpower to the top. So can't complain about that, because I'm not the one doing it. Sure do appreciate the ones that do it. So anyways, hope y'all have a good work week. God bless, and keep on keeping on. See ya. I'm out of here.